Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Now we see a lot of doom and gloom out there, especially on X, regarding the Tether delisting in Europe. Right, we're seeing posts just like this here, stating that it is going to be the end of Tether, and we're going to see this massive collapse in the cryptocurrency space, right? Bitcoin is going to fall down to $20,000, and so I am here today to explain some of those details. I want to provide the truth of what is actually going to be happening, right? A lot of people are saying, oh, it's coming December 30th here, we're going to see this big collapse. And so I have proof and information that I want to share. And so if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe for future videos. Also, make sure to stay throughout the entire video. I do have an interview from the BitGo CEO mentioning some of the catalysts that are going to be coming up in 2025 that are not priced in. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the price of Bitcoin here. Currently at $93,800, and so we can see we had a weekly close here, still above the moving average, which is still very bullish here. Now once we get over the USDT FUD this week, I think we will start pushing higher with Bitcoin. And so if you're interested in trading cryptocurrencies, there is a link underneath the video to Weex exchange. They have over 1,000 different altcoins on this platform, and there is no KYC required. And so let's go ahead and take a look at USDT here. And so if we're taking a look at the market cap here, we can see this is slowly starting to drop off. Now, I'm not surprised to see this, right? We're starting to see regulations in Europe, and USDT is not currently meeting those regulations. And so we're going to start seeing a transition of funds over to USDC or maybe into RLUSD. Now, let's take a look at some more information here regarding the MiCA regulations and the implementation, how this is going to affect Tether. Now, this is the information that I do not think a lot of people are talking about or sharing, right? They're just stating that it's over, right? December 30th is going to be the end of USDT. We're going to see this big drop with Bitcoin. However, what you need to understand here is that there is a grandfathering clause that allows them to make this transition over the next 18 months. And so member states will have the option of implementing transitional measures that will allow entities or undertakings already providing crypto asset services under applicable law in their jurisdictions to continue doing so during the transitional phase of MiCA. And so we can see that here. The Grandfathering Clause Act allows entities to provide crypto asset services in accordance with national applicable laws before December 30th to continue to do so until July 1st, 2026, or until they are granted or refused a MiCA authorization. And so, for entities that were already authorized under national applicable law on December 30th to provide crypto asset services. And so, we can see here, December 2024 is going to be the implementation date. Now, they have 18 months to implement this, all the way through July 2026. And so, if we go ahead and take a look at this information here, we can see that different countries have different grandfathering periods. And so, some of these are 12 months, some are 18 months, some of them are 6 months. And so, this varies depending on what they have come up with. And I think that this just shows that it's not going to happen on day one, right? Yes, the MiCA regulation goes into place right now, but if they're already offering these services, they have a grandfather period to make that change. Now, USDT could also change to meet the MiCA regulations, right? I mean, they have 6 months up to 18 months to make changes to USDT that can meet the regulations in Europe. And so it's definitely something to keep in mind as well. Now, out of all exchanges, the only exchange that I've heard of so far is Coinbase that has delisted USDT and other non-compliant stablecoins in EU. And so this will be happening on December 30th, 2024. If we go ahead and take a look at this here, Crypto.com delist Tether USDT stablecoin for Canadian users. And so this is not the first time that this has happened. Right, back in 2023 we can see the same exact thing happened for Canadian users. And so we're going to continue to see more and more regulations come into the cryptocurrency space, right? More and more oversight. And so I think that this is going to be beneficial for the overall cryptocurrency space in the end. And so in less than 24 hours, we're also going to get news from Michael Saylor with the next buy that MicroStrategy is going to be purchasing, right? And so he has mentioned this the last couple of weeks that they're going to have a buy. Now, tomorrow could be Michael Saylor's largest buy ever, right? It's coming towards the end of the year here, right? We're finishing up Q4, and so we could see a large purchase from MicroStrategy. Now, I'd like to take a look at a clip here with the CEO of BitGo, as he mentions a lot of catalysts that are coming up that have not been priced into the cryptocurrency markets.
The election, what's going to push this higher? What isn't already priced in?
Actually, I think the regulatory is somewhat priced in, but in general, we've seen that these news events don't always price in until they're actually here. So, look, we have a new administration coming in. Things look very promising. People are very excited. They're very bullish, but it's not here yet. So, actually, I think we're going to continue to see the effects of that all through 2025. Remember that for the last 2.5 years, we've had not just a regulatory environment that didn't want to help you. We had a regulatory environment that was actively trying to kill you. So all of a sudden, with that changing the opposite direction, we're going to continue to see good gains next year.
All right. What about David Sachs? He's going to be the, quote unquote, crypto czar. Do you think that's not priced into some of these upside moves we've seen in crypto?
I think it's indicative of what this administration is about. They want to see innovation happen. They want to see it happen here in America. They want to see America's strength. So, David Sachs helping both on the AI side as well as on the crypto side is phenomenal. He happens to be a big investor in BitGo. I've known David for 10 years, I think, at this point. So, look, he's a phenomenal mind. He's been seen all over the All In podcast for the last couple of years, and people see exactly how capable this man is. So I think he's going to be a great help to the administration, and he's going to help make sure that the policies that they're looking for come through.
Do you expect to see in 2025 more companies adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet? That obviously was a big theme of 2024. And I'm curious if you think that continues and whether there's any kind of reputational risk that goes along with that size of purchase of Bitcoin.
It's absolutely going to happen. We're talking with multiple clients right now about doing that. It's been a conversation for the last couple of years, but frankly, the regulatory changes make it a lot easier. Having ETFs available make it a lot easier. People don't remember exactly how much balance sheet cash some of the largest, top 7 companies have. I mean, it's hundreds of billions of dollars. So having some access to Bitcoin into that portfolio, into that treasury management, just makes sense. And remember, it's a hedge against whether the U.S. can curtail inflation. And while we're optimistic about what's going to happen with the new administration over the next few years, America has not had a track record at all of being able to curtail spending. So if we're going to continue to see monetary supply go up, Bitcoin is the perfect hedge against that.
Is there a concentration risk, though, if companies do start to adopt this en masse?
Some people talk about that from would ETFs become mass accumulators of Bitcoin? I don't see that as an immediate problem at all, and I think we're going to see a mixture because we do talk with corporates, but a mixture of some taking self custody, others using different providers, and then using the ETF. So I don't think it's a foreseeable problem. It could become a problem in the long term, but we'll see how that goes.
And so we heard it there from the BitGo CEO himself, right? I mean, there's still a lot of catalysts coming up. We have a very bullish administration coming into office in January. We have companies that are getting in touch with BitGo to purchase Bitcoin, right? And I mean, some of those companies will have a massive cash position. The largest companies in the world have a ton of cash on the side, and they could be putting some of that money into crypto, right? Even if they put in 2 or 3% of that, it would have a massive impact on the price of Bitcoin moving forward. And so if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe for future videos. Also, make sure to check out that link underneath the video to Weex Exchange. They do have a welcome bonus going on right now. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.